What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video.
And in different environments require different things of you, especially when I go to work. Code switch like a mother. I can't be like in every different environment, I'm different. And so who are you to say that I need to be the same in every environment? If I'm walking the streets of New York, I am not the same than when I'm at a restaurant with my man or if I'm out with my family. It's exactly. I'm different in all these different settings.
No, we get
so I want to address that statement that she just made about being different in all different settings. So here's the issue, though, with women who are definitely trying to work on being the best version of themselves. It's going to require them to be the exact same person every single place that they go. So for women who have a problem with their mouth, who have a problem disrespecting men, and they are trying to work on that to better themselves to be in like the ultimate relationship, it's going to require them to respect the mailman, to respect the person at the grocery store, to, I understand that you have to she used the New York for an example, you just have to watch your surroundings and stuff like that, but to ultimately have that same kind of energy, respect, attitude, everywhere that you're going so that you can make sure that you maintain that. Because some people, if they go out to lunch with their homegirls and they're, talking and being all loud and doing all this stuff, and then they go home with their man, that's not the same energy that they're supposed to be bringing home, and it can mess up what they have at home because they don't know how to do what she's saying that she's able to do. So I just wanted to say that in regards to that statement.
But that's not what he was trying to say, though. I mean, I get what y'all saying. I mean, there is a switch up when I'm at work, but I'm still respectful to men. Like, there's a way to move. Even if I'm on the street and men are trying to holler at me, I'm still going to be respectful because men can be crazy. If you want to be masculine with them, they can kill you. So I think what he was trying to say, I think we derailed from what he was saying. But I don't know. Never mind.
I definitely agree with Q on that. Like, myself, I in particular, if I was at work, if I was at the store, if I was with my man, if I was doing all these things, I am genuinely the same person. I behave in the same manner. The only difference is, obviously, I'm going to be a lot more lovey-dovey, and talk to my man and look at my man in a certain manner, obviously, when I'm with him, as opposed to how I am across the board with everybody else. But I'm the same person. I'm always going to be respectful. Like, I don't get around somebody and my man comes around and they're going to look at me and be like, oh, why is she acting different? It must be because he's here, because I'm genuinely the same person that I am. So I agree with what Q was saying in that regard also.
Well, this is the thing, Kayla. I think you conflate.
But I wasn't saying like being masculine. I'm saying
around submission and femininity, and I think what
JB
very clear in the sense of
hi JB.
When you're feminine, you're feminine. I understand we can have a whole separate discussion around submission.
Right.
When you're feminine,
you are that.
You're feminine regardless of what. It's the same thing he was saying. We can't turn our masculinity.
So what does that look like?
It's not conditional.
What does that look like? Give me an example of a way that you're feminine with your man, with your husband, and the way that you're feminine
with. I'll use
your example. You said respect. Respect ain't feminine or masculine. Respect is a human thing. We should all be respecting each other. So I'm not talking about respect, being not rude, being courteous. I'm not talking about normal adult things that we should all be doing.
That's neutral.
I'm talking about femininity. So give me an example of how you're feminine with your husband and you're.
If a woman is feminine, she is not going to challenge a man. That's just being real. She's not going to be quick to challenge a man, to go toe-to-toe with a man, to try to compete, to talk with a man or talk over a man. She is going to have that esteem because she realizes that women and men are different. if you look at a woman that's feminine, right? A feminine woman is not going to try to compare herself. And I'm going to use this analogy. It's like basically like throwing your, cojones around, right? You're not going to try to throw that around. Like if a man and a man get around each other, sometimes there's like an ego thing going on, right? Where this man is trying to prove how much he knows, and this man is looking at this man like he doesn't have any sense because like, why are you trying to prove how much you know? But it's because maybe you feel threatened. A woman and a man's dynamic should not be that way. It shouldn't be that you're communicating with each other in that manner because you're not the same. You're very different. So on that part, yes, I agree with Rilla. A feminine woman is going to be feminine any single where that she goes. She's not trying to communicate with a man how a man would communicate with a man because she's a woman and she knows that. So it's always going to be something that's different.
Like feminine with the random person.
Trying to help.
Randomly, I don't cut off men, and I'll do the same thing with my man. I don't cut off men.
Right.
Like in
respect to me. Yes, in talking, that's respect.
But you cut off women? Yeah, well, you cut off people tonight.
No, that's not. No, who did I?
You literally.
She said she don't cut off men.
I'm talking. Kayla asked. Okay, I'm talking to Kayla. Kayla asked me a question. Kayla asked a question. How are you the same with the man? What example? And then same with strangers. This is my example. I'm giving you my answer. I do not cut off my man or strangers.
Is cutting somebody off being feminine, or that's just being rude?
Q, she's right. She's right. If you be masculine to people outside, they have less risk of being assaulted. You didn't know that?
What?
She's right. I completely get it that I should not be feminine with guys outside.
Because that's completely at risk. This is really gross. Let's not act like women. Real predators target. The fact that y'all are laughing and making it something funny. They know it's going to be a fight for their life. They will target you.
But Kayla, you gave an example.
You know the perfect example, Q? You know what the perfect example is? I have never, ever, and we've had Amira on this platform forever, I have never seen Amira get out of frame. No matter what's been said to her.
She's an actress, okay?
I'm sorry.
Everybody is not
sorry. Can I finish talking? You see how you just cut me off?
Yes.
That's masculine energy.
But do y'all see how, like, it's cool to cut somebody off when it's something you want to hear? Y'all like it when somebody cuts somebody off and holds them accountable. Like, if Kayla would have cut me off right now,
y'all
would
finish my example?
Yes. If we were cutting each other off, we were arguing.
Look at you guys.
So Kayla said that that's not being masculine, that's being rude in dialogue. And yes, there's proper etiquette of how to have a conversation. There's obviously proper etiquette. One person speaks, the other person listens. When the other person is done speaking, then the other person talks. So that is proper etiquette of communication across the board, yes. But as a woman, when you are talking and you overtalk another man, okay, so we're talking about etiquette. When we're talking about like from women to women or men to women or whatever the ratio is, yes, there's proper etiquette in communication. But as a woman, when you are overtalking a man, when a man is communicating with you and you're trying to cut him off because you feel like your point or your feelings or your thought process or your words that need to be heard are more valid than whatever it is that he's saying, that is a reflection of your lack of respect for that man. So again, that would relate to not being feminine as a woman, because as a woman, you are going to have respect for men. You know that men are different. If a man cuts you off, it doesn't mean that you have to reciprocate that process. It doesn't mean that you're going to like it maybe, but it doesn't mean that you need to reciprocate what that person is doing, because in being a woman, you're like, okay, let me go ahead and let him speak. Let me allow him the space to go ahead and finish what he's saying. And then I will have my statement. There's not a challenge. It's not a boxing match in communication.
Each other, they would have no issue. No problem.
Look at you guys.
Then it's like, oh, you're being masculine.
Exactly.
We're getting into
it's so obvious.
Each other, y'all don't got shit to say about that.
It's so obvious.
Just like JR just said it. When Isla said, I don't cut off men. And JR said, yeah, she said she don't cut off men. She didn't say women. It's cool.
Look at this craziness.
And that has nothing to do with being masculine or feminine. That is, are you rude or are you respectful?
Trill, are y'all seeing
but you gave
Are y'all watching this?
You
asked every Monday and Thursday.
You asked the question was for men. You said for men. You didn't say women. You didn't say both sexes. So that's why I said men, and I think that's why Rilla said she answered for men. But the whole cat calling and stuff, what I don't get is that I feel like women should be more feminine if they're walking down the street, because you don't know what that man might do to you. If you want to buck up to a man in the street, he might pour acid on you, because that has happened.
Buck up.
You know what's so funny, Q?
Or if you're super nice, he might do that. Like, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all act like the way that women is.
Yo, my girlfriend's popping.
Predators don't care.
That's crazy. My
Predators
girlfriend's
don't act
popping.
like that.
But Kay just kind of just flopped that whole thing, because if she said that if you walk down the street and Q was like, I'm going to be feminine because out of fear, you don't know what that person's going to do. And Kay is saying, well, even if you're aggressive, they might do that too. Or even if you're nice, they're going to do that. So then what would make you want to step out of your feminine energy when you are outside? If either way you don't feel like it would protect you. What would make you want to change your nature then if that's the case?
In clothing.
Y'all do know that nobody can hear y'all when y'all talking.
Predators are predators. Why are we trying to say that? It depends on how the woman is, if he's going to attack her or not.
That's not what I said, Kayla.
Island, you're acting like super nice.
Q, why you keep trying, Q?
Island, you're acting
like I said.
Let them live in their masculinity.
Go ahead, Island.
If y'all listen, don't cut me off, right? The thing is, men would holler at anything, right? If we stick into our femininity and be respectful, then I don't know what your example was trying to prove, because you was basically trying to say we should be more masculine if we're walking the street and a man is trying to holler at us. That's what I got from it, which doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm walking down the street, hold on, pipe down. If I'm walking down the street, should I buck up to a man that's saying, "Hey, little mama, let me holler at you"? No,
because who said that? Who said anything about bucking?
Hold on, because you were giving an example that we shouldn't be feminine if we're walking down the street. Basically, that's what you were saying. Because how did that go? I don't know how it went left from Rilla asking a question to, if you're walking down the street, women, don't be feminine, be in your masculinity. Why should we choose? Why should we stick?
No one said that.
I didn't say that.
No,
I didn't say she said that, but that's what she
Island, I asked you a direct question. I asked you, what is the way that you're feminine with your man? No, that's not cutting someone off. That has nothing to do with femininity. That is a human trait. Either you are a rude person that lets someone finish speaking, or you're not. It has nothing to do with your gender. Men cut women off, women cut men off, men cut men off, women cut women off. Cutting somebody off means you're rude and you're not willing to hear them speak. It has nothing to do with your being a woman or being a man if you're just a rude person. So I'm saying something specific, a feminine trait that you display with your man that you also display with random men that you don't know.
Exactly.
So Kayla, I answered that you're rude. Okay.
Again, like I said, what she's saying about the traits, I mean, she's coming from the avenue that men and women are exactly, the exact same in all, their natures are the same, they're exactly the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So, if, he needs to respect me if I need to respect him. She's coming from that kind of standpoint of speaking, but in what Q said, I completely understand where she was coming from. Because, okay, again, if we're talking about dialogue, that was a great analogy. Because, again, like I said before, if you're talking to a man and he cuts you off, right? Men are known to be the aggressors, more aggressive people, more aggressive in their nature. The nature of a woman is to be more compassionate, to be more patient, to be more easygoing. So if you are having a conversation and a man cuts you off, that is more leaning towards his nature. So as a woman, you being the more patient one, the more kind one, the more nurturing, caring energy, you're going to wait and say, okay, let me go ahead and wait for him to continue his point. And then I'm going to continue my point and say what I have to say, because we are having dialogue. That is showing your respect for that masculine energy. So that is exactly the same thing. Now, if you are a person, a woman who is having a conversation with a man and having dialogue with a man, and you are cutting him off, you are now operating out of his nature. So you are no longer operating off of your, compassionate, nurturing, caring, patient energy. Now you're reacting off of that aggressive, masculine energy. These are traits that are masculine. These are traits that we see men operate as. If you look in nature, it's the same exact thing. I use a lion and the lioness as an example all the time because you guys know I love lions. But if a lion is coming around and there is food there that the lioness hunted, the cubs can eat. But when he is ready to eat, she is going to move away and let him eat. She's not going to fight him for the food. You know what she's going to do? She's going to go get more food for her to eat. Because she understands the place. She understands her place. If another lion comes in to try to attack them, you know what she does? She walks away. She's not trying to go toe-to-toe with the lion. She's going to let the lion handle that. So there is roles. There is energy that we do have to talk about. There is masculine and feminine. And I think a lot of people are just not aware of the feminine traits, aware of the masculine traits, and actually where they stem from and why we consider certain behaviors to be masculine and certain behaviors to be feminine. It's something that's extremely important that we need to talk about. So, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I generally want to hear your feedback about this conversation. Make sure you comment it down below. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORZON. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.